This is Steve Koleno, and this is Confidential Remarks. In mid-2024, the National Association of Realtors agreed to a $418 million settlement. The heavily publicized goal of this lawsuit was to finally dismantle the standard 6% real estate commission. Regulators introduced two specific mechanisms to force this outcome. They banned listing agents from offering upfront compensation to buyer agents on the multiple listing service, and they mandated that all buyers sign formal representation agreements before stepping foot inside a property. But the 2026 data shows the exact opposite of what regulators predicted. Instead of collapsing, the national average buyer agent commission dipped only briefly in mid-2024 before it ticked upward, reaching 2.43% by the middle of 2025. An intervention explicitly designed to suppress industry fees accidentally engineered a market where real estate gatekeepers are charging even more. The reason for this increase comes down to the mechanics of the 2025 and 2026 housing market. Elevated levels of unsold inventory steadily piled up, leaving sellers with homes sitting on the market for longer periods. Desperate to move properties in a slow environment, sellers adapted. They began using the buyer's agent fee as a strategic concession, offering to cover the cost to make their properties attractive to highly leveraged buyers. This outcome created what is now known as the Cooperative Commission Paradox. By removing the mandatory nature of the fee, regulators simply force sellers to pay it willingly to maintain their own liquidity. While that 2.43% national average proves the resilience of the traditional fee structure, looking only at the overall market hides a massive structural fracture occurring at the very top. But today, the highest end of the luxury real estate tier is entirely splitting away from the standard entry-level market. For homes under $500,000, the average commission rate climbed to 2.52%. But for properties above $1 million, commission shrunk to an average of 2.21%. This growing void is known as the luxury compression gap. It proves that percentage-based commissions are finally breaking down when applied to highly appreciated multi-million-dollar assets. High net worth buyers are heavily digital first. They comb through comprehensive property histories, tax records, and local market data before they ever contact an agent. This level of accessible information dismantles the industry's long-standing defense of proportional pricing. Selling a $2 million home does not require exactly twice the physical labor, showing coordination or paperwork as selling a $1 million home. Elite marketing is being exposed as a brand justification exercise. The actual effort required by the agent is permanently detaching from the underlying value of the asset they are selling. This compression gap poses a direct threat to the massive corporate brokerages, whose profitability relies heavily on extracting large fees from those high-end transactions. To counter this, these firms are aggressively pulling their high-end listings off the open multiple listing service. They're locking them behind closed doors as private exclusives. Major brokerages are capturing 30 to 40% of the total market share in key metropolitan areas, allowing them to establish a massive proprietary shadow MLS. Pitching a property off-market is rarely a statistical advantage for the seller. It is a defensive corporate moat designed to protect the brokerage's profit margins from the downward pressure of public transparency. The ultimate financial goal of this walled garden model is to secure the double-ended deal. By keeping listings exclusively in-house, the brokerage guarantees that its own agents represent both the buyer and the seller. They capture the entire commission stack on a single transaction, completely neutralizing the NAR settlement's transparency rules. Regulatory attempts to make housing cheaper simply incentivize the biggest players to take the best inventory private, making the real estate market more exclusive than it was before. This has been Confidential Remarks.